Today on the bench we have a group of extremely dirty Nintendo cartridges. Take a look at these guys. Just look at the dirt in there. And this is how they showed up to my friend's store. Exactly like this. So, today we're going to clean and test each one of them. Hopefully, they'll work. And if not, hopefully we get an interesting video other than just watching me Windex cartridges and clean them. Alright, so first one up. Skate or Die. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to give the outside a clean using our handy dandy Windex. Spray it onto the cloth. We'll take the game out of the sleeve. Alright, looks good externally. Now, to open it up, we need what is called a game bit driver. So, Nintendo uses fancy little screws. Let's zoom that in a bit more. There we go. Fancy screws that require a specific bit, and this is called a game bit. You can get them off Amazon. They're really inexpensive. They also come in most, contemporary toolkits. There'll be a game bit included in it. So to open it up, just pop in the right size bit. There are two size game bits, a small one and a larger one. The cartridges all use the smaller bit. So there's the special screw. Interesting thing about Nintendo cartridges is that if you have a game that has 5 screws in it, that is a special cartridge. It is an older version of the game, and some of them actually can fetch quite a little bit of money. Okay, so then the back just comes off, and here is the cartridge. So I don't know if you can see on there, if it comes out well on camera, but there is a bit of tarnish on the contacts. But overall, based on how it was externally, this is not too bad. So to clean the cartridges, you need a couple different things. So there's 3 possible levels. You could go with, the first level is cleaning it just with good old-fashioned isopropyl alcohol. Second level, to get some of the stuff off, is cleaning with a white vinyl eraser, believe it or not. And then the third, if things are real bad, is you use a metal polish, like Brasso. Alright, so first thing we're going to try is we're going to clean it with a little IPA. And you can see a little bit of dirt coming off there. But doesn't seem to be taking off a whole lot. So, just going to wipe that off. I'm going to go straight to the vinyl eraser. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to the IPA just to clean off any eraser residue. Now, I don't know if that comes out on camera very well, but it took off pretty much all of the tarnish that I saw on there before, like a good 90% of it. There are still some actual physical marks on the contacts, but that's typical. So let's put this back together. All right, So let's give this a try. Wonder when that stopped recording. It's me, Dr. Mario. You. Okay, so all 3 copies of Super Mario Duck Hunt work just fine after a good cleaning. So now it's time for the dirtiest of the dirty. Bugs Bunny's birthday blowout. It has got some marker on the end there. So we got to see if there's a way we can get rid of that. So first let's try cleaning her off. So look, we got some paint on the side here. Otherwise, not too bad. So let's try and get rid of the marker and the paint. And to do that, we are going to use our good friend isopropyl alcohol. Let's start with the paint. And the IPA is dissolving it really easily. And there, paint's all gone. Now for the fun stuff. Let's see if this marker will come off. Oh yeah, looks like it's gonna. Nice and easy. I don't know if it comes out on camera, but when you're doing this, you can actually see how the contacts suddenly get very shiny again, which is exactly what we're going for. So I guess the worst thing about the eraser method is just the cleanup. The cleanup really sucks. Okay, but I did promise you to show you how to do one of them with Brasso. So I pulled out an old board that's kind of tarnished. So got out the Brasso. Give it a good shake. The stuff absolutely reeks. So do it in a well-ventilated area, not a dingy basement YouTube studio. So we just put a little bit on a paper towel and then just and you can see it's taking stuff off. So you can see there, did a pretty good job of, there's like 4. You can see the difference. Okay, so we managed to clean up and make all of those cartridges work. So all 9 of them eventually, after a good cleaning, worked perfectly. The exteriors were really grungy. The insides were not so bad. Like there was no bad traces or rotted contacts on the pins or anything like that. So it was looking pretty good. It just had a lot of tarnish on it. And in terms of our cleaning methods, the rubbing alcohol at the beginning does nothing. It doesn't take off enough of the tarnish in order to make them work. Tested that a couple of times with the first cartridge and it just wouldn't work just with rubbing alcohol. But you need rubbing alcohol. You got to use, this is a 99%. I know you can get 90 at the drugstore and it's not that expensive, or at the pharmacy, depending on what country you're in. It's not an expensive thing to pick up. Getting 99 can be a little bit more expensive because that's a very specific thing. But you need that in order to clean off the residue of whatever other cleaning method you choose. So my favorite one is the white vinyl eraser. It works the best, in my opinion, in terms of taking off the tarnish, getting the contacts back to almost new, and it works really well, and it is very inexpensive. You can get these anywhere, and you can get them for cheap. So it's just your typical good old white vinyl eraser. There are other people that have used regular pencil erasers. I prefer the white vinyl one. I don't know. It just seems to work better. The cleanup is a little bit messy, but that's, what you got to do. The last one is the extreme one, which is Brasso metal polish. It does take the tarnish off really well, and if you had one that was really, really bad, this would be the way I would go first. To see if you could get enough of the tarnish or even a little bit of the corrosion that might be on there off before you go even further of like trying to transplant chips onto other boards or whatnot, or trying to fix traces if there's dead traces. But yeah, it stinks to high heaven, so make sure you do it in a well ventilated area. So and it's also a little bit more expensive. Now this bottle, I paid for it. It's going to last me forever. I've used it on a ton of cartridges that were really bad, and yeah, it's barely got anything taken out of it. So this little bottle, even though it was expensive, is going to last a long, long time. But for ease of use, safety, all that other stuff, start with the white vinyl eraser and then clean it off with some rubbing alcohol. Or if you don't even have rubbing alcohol, good old-fashioned Windex will work too. Just to clean off the residue of the eraser. So that's it for this video. Catch me in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.